The Epstein list has finally been released, and y'all, the names on that list are insane because it includes a lot of our favorite celebs, including Naomi Campbell. Naomi being on the list came as a major shocker, and it had fans dragging her for filth. Well, Naomi has now spoken up about this situation, telling her side of the story, and y'all won't believe how hard she's trying to avoid accountability. Did she really just blame the victims?
This is a direct character assassination. I've always said that I'm not a saint, that I am a work in progress, but I will not be held hostage by my past. What he's done is indefensible. And when I heard of what he'd done, it sickened me to my stomach, just like everybody else. Because I've had my fair share of predators, and thank God that I had good people around me that protected me from this.
Y'all, I swear 2024 is hitting the ground running because the drama we've had in these few days is next level insane, especially when it comes to Epstein's list, because the names on the list are shocking, to say the very least. For those who don't know what I'm referring to, Epstein was an offender who also did a lot of trafficking for himself and his elite friends, many of whom are powerful people in Hollywood, politics, sports, and a whole lot of other celebs. He has been accused of helping prominent people SA young girls on his private island in the Virgin Islands, alongside his girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell. According to reports, Epstein kept records of celebs who visited his island for the purpose of SAing girls, and he allegedly secretly recorded the SAs. He was arrested in 2019 on trafficking charges, and that's when we found out about the list of celebs who had been allegedly involved in all his actions. At the time, only a few names were released, but we knew that there were more names on the list. Well, surprise, surprise, Epstein was found dead in his jail cell, and it was ruled as an unalivement. We all saw this coming, and there were predictions that he would be taken out because he was a danger and a threat to a lot of powerful people. There were reports that he was planning to take a plea deal that would have implicated a lot of powerful people, so people just knew that he was going to end up mysteriously dying, and that's what happened. But just because he died didn't mean that the case was over, because it wasn't. His girlfriend Ghislaine still faced the charges, and in 2021 she was found guilty. A couple of weeks ago, it was announced that the court records regarding the case were going to be unsealed, and we were going to find out the real identities of the people who were on Epstein's island. For good reason, this was going to be very, very bad for the people on the list because they were going to get dragged for filth and exposed for being associated with a creep. Well, the list was finally unsealed, and one of the names on the list was Naomi Campbell, and according to reports, she allegedly visited the island 21 times. Naomi is one of the greatest and most respected models of all time, so it goes without saying that her being roped into this sort of thing is messy. But then, the modeling industry is kind of notorious for this sort of thing anyway. There have been reports for years of young men and women in the industry being SA'd and even trafficked in the industry. As a whole, there are a lot of things wrong with the industry, and it looks like Naomi was allegedly a part of it. Oh, and get this, it's not the first time that Naomi has been rumored to be linked to a man who SAs women, because she was also linked to Harvey Weinstein, and a couple of survivors pointed fingers at Naomi, claiming that she knew about Harvey SAing them, but she turned a blind eye. A couple of years ago, British actress Katie and Noble exposed Oprah and Naomi Campbell for helping Harvey Weinstein trick her and SA her.
Was with people in which I admired dearly. He was with Naomi Campbell, he had Oprah Winfrey there with him, who entered the room and was swinging off his arm and just seemed like a very dear friend.
On the morning of the day that the list was to be released, Naomi made a cryptic post on Instagram saying, "Be private, vibe alone, grow in silence." However, she also made a video where she talked about the situation and denied being involved in Epstein's SA activities, saying that she was under a direct character assassination.
This is a direct character assassination. I've always said that I'm not a saint, that I am a work in progress, but I will not be held hostage by my past. What he's done is indefensible. And when I heard of what he'd done, it sickened me to my stomach, just like everybody else. Because I've had my fair share of predators, and thank God that I had good people around me that protected me from this.
However, fans don't buy this, and they dragged her, saying to visit Epstein Island and to do so 21 times means that man must have trusted you, wouldn't say nothing about what he had going on because you would have absolutely witnessed some wicked things. Naomi Campbell is guilty AF. She should have kept that video on the editing room floor. I will not be blackmailed by my past. Sounds like she just confirmed her shortcomings but doesn't want to be accountable. This is disappointing, to say the least. Instead of grandstanding, she should do well to apologize to the victims. And her name appears repeatedly in the Epstein files. She's in his black book, has flown to his island 21 times, and she's been called out for having been aware, mentioning her alongside Jeffrey and Ghislaine. This isn't character assassination, this is her day of reckoning. But do you guys think that Naomi is going to face any real consequences for her actions, or do you think that she's going to get away with it? Drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.